Hi guys, you ready to make something amazing? All right, let's get started. So first things first, these are the seasonings that I used. I'm gonna list them below. That's for the chicken, and then also I have some flour because I like it spicy. It's spice flour, and then also some Italian breadcrumbs and fresh basil. First thing you want to do is put some cashew nuts into a freezer bag and beat it like it stole something. You want to do this until it feels completely like just detrimented or until your neighbors call the police. And then after that, you want to cut some fresh garlic. I like to go above and beyond with my meal, so I like fresh garlic. You can use mince. I used about 5 cloves because I guess apparently I believe in vampires, but you can just use like 3 cloves. That's probably average, that's probably pretty good for you. And then you want to take your fresh basil, cut that up, and then cut up 2 whole lemons. We're going to use the lemons for 2 reasons. Cut one of those lemons into smaller pieces and wash that chicken down. Wash those breasts down. These are 3 chicken breasts. And then after that, you're going to take about 3 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar and pour that into the pot with your chicken that's freshly washed, and then fill it halfway with water for about 10 minutes. And then you're going to take some spinach leaves and wash them off. Descriptions are below for the amounts, I don't want to leave y'all hanging. So you're going to put those spinach leaves into a blender. You're going to put those cashews into a blender. You're going to put the garlic into a blender. You're going to put the basil into a blender. And then you are also going to put that lemon juice into the blender, and that's how we're gonna make our sauce. That's the star of the show. So I would recommend a strainer to use for the lemon juice. I enjoy doing things the hard way. So yeah, that's how I like to live my life. I like to do it the hard. I like to challenge myself to do things, the harder way possible. So I'm not using a strainer, but I beg you, please don't do this to yourself. I had to constantly pull seeds out, so I wouldn't recommend it, but that's what I did. So now we're gonna take some parchment paper, and we're gonna take those chicken breasts and beat them like they stole something. So it's a lot of violence involved with this recipe, but you'll be all right, I promise. We're gonna beat those chicken breasts until we feel like they're flat enough. And yeah. So now, the star of the show, Flavor Bomb Cherry Tomatoes. I bought these even though they cost way too much. Just because I can't help myself. They look amazing. So rinse those off, cut those into halves. And then we're gonna take half an onion and also cut that and dice that up real good. So I'm trying to do this the fancy way, horizontal and then vertical. It's not the fanciest way to do it. I have a food processor. It makes no sense for me to do this that way, but I just, I was in a zone. So cut that up as best you can. Regardless, it's still gonna taste amazing. They're still gonna bring flavor to the meal. So don't worry about being too fancy. Honestly, the meal is fancy enough by itself. And then we are going to season our chicken with the spices that you saw earlier that are also listed below. Season both sides. And then after we do that, we're gonna ready our frying mixture. So we're gonna have that spicy breading in one bowl. We're gonna put 3 eggs into another bowl with about a cup of milk, and then we're gonna have our breadcrumbs in the third bowl. So we're gonna start with flour, press hard, and get that chicken breast covered. Tatas. So we're gonna have that, and then we're going to dip it into the egg mixture. Then we're gonna dip it into the breadcrumbs and press hard, like I said, and then I'm gonna set them aside and let them hit closer to room temperature before I fry them. But yeah, I only have 3 breasts, We're gonna set them aside and get them ready to fry up later. So just get those ready and set them aside. I didn't know that this portion of the video was this long, so I don't know what else to say. How you doing? How's the weather out there? Drop a comment and let me know what the weather looks like. And now we have our beautifully prepped chicken, and we can get to stir frying those cherry tomatoes and onions. So we can get those perfected by sauteing them on medium for about 5 minutes, and then we can prep for our pasta noodles. So cook the pasta like you would cook any other pasta. It's like 8 minutes on like medium high or something like that. I don't know, I didn't read the box, but get that ready. I feel like y'all already know how to do that. And then we can start on, so cook the pasta, and then also you're going to fill your cast iron skillet or whatever pan or pot you have with some olive oil. You want to give it like 3/4 of an inch of oil, and then you're gonna turn that on medium high and get that ready to cook. That's how we're gonna fry the chicken breasts. So get that ready, and then we're gonna get ready to prep the garlic bread. I listed everything below, you guys, so please, I'm sorry, it's a lot of ingredients. So we need the garlic bread, and then we also need the country crock butter. So take some aluminum foil and make sure it's small enough to fit into your air fryer, and drop 3 dollops per garlic breadstick. I'm only using 3 garlic breadsticks, and then sprinkle some garlic bread powder to those 3 dollops a piece per stick, and then drop some garlic salt, just a little, because we're on camera. So we're not gonna put too much garlic salt up there. It's just a pinch, you guys, just a pinch, you guys. We're healthy over here. And then put the garlic bread directly on top of the dollop, about 3 tablespoons each per dollop. So set that up. Yeah, set that up nice and neat. And then we're going to sprinkle some basil on the top. Basil is a star player in our garlic bread recipe. And then we're gonna put it in the air fryer on 375 for about 4 minutes. Get that started, get that ready, and then we're gonna take it out after 4 minutes and flip it, and then put it right back into that air fryer for another 4 minutes. So it's pretty simple, and that'll be done. Now your pasta should be ready by now. So strain that. Now our gorgeous chicken breast is ready, so place it into the grease. It should be at medium high by now. Give that a good fry, 4 minutes at least per side, and then when you take it out, it should look something like this. My pan is small, so I did 1 breast per fry, so it took me a lot longer, but it is what it is. You go ahead and fry it up, and then place it on a paper toweled bowl and let it dry. Please ignore me doing the crispy test with my tongs. And now we're gonna add that homemade pesto and tomatoes and onions into that beautiful pasta and stir. Then add about a 1/2 cup of milk and a tablespoon of sugar. And then we're gonna add another secret ingredient, which is a 5-cheese Italian blend that you can buy almost anywhere. Add about 70% of this bag, guys. Don't hold back. So after you do that, we're gonna start our Parmesan crisps. So I took some freshly grated Parmesan, and I found these little molds on Amazon. I'll link it below. But you can also use a cupcake pan at 400 degrees in the oven at like 5 minutes. But in an air fryer, you have to do 4 minutes and then flip them and do 4 more minutes. Maybe my air fryer's just trash, but I don't know. So I put about a tablespoon each in these little couplets, and we're gonna do 4 minutes per side, and they should come out looking amazing. Oh look, they did. So this is the finished product. They look awesome. And yeah, I decided that I could have spent $5 more on Parmesan puffs that were ready made with all kinds of extra ingredient, or you can just buy the cheese for like $2.50. It's up to you, but these came out super crispy and awesome. Oh my gosh, finished product. This is real life Marry Me chicken. Don't pay any attention to those other recipes. This is love. This is love on a plate. And shout out to Mr. Make It Happen for the inspiration. He's also from Virginia and he's so amazing. I'll link his channel below. Good. Now, of course, I had to try it. I didn't want to. I don't like being on camera, but here I go. Yeah, it was so good. It's so delicious. Ugh. You gotta try this recipe. And now the thumbs up to reassure you that you chose the right video today. Congratulations. And just for fun, I'm gonna show you my outfit. I was actually making this meal for a dinner date. So wish me luck on my dinner date, and I wish you luck on your dinner. Love you. Thank you for watching.